Okay, so this is what I have to say.
Yeah.
All right, and thank you, my love. Okay, let me just check again. Do you have the remote? Okay. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Well, okay? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's do this. Hello everyone, it is the 1st of April 2020. Today marks phase 2, or in TV lingo, it is season 2 of Malaysia's RMO or MCO or PKP, whatever you are more familiar with, that phrase. This is our second time showcasing this live RMO show right here on my YouTube channel. Yesterday we had a brilliant pilot episode starring, of course, my very good friends JJ Fernandez, who is a radio personality, as well as Lisa Suryani. We all know, our Malaysia sweetheart. Again, thank you Lisa and JJ for being my guest on the first show. It's good to have you, and hopefully we'll be able to call you. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today, well, let's just check. Oh, sorry, I think... Oh, what happened here is, oh my goodness, I know my guests can hear me, but what happened here is no one can hear me on the other side.
No one can see you.
No one can see me either. Oh man, that sucks. You can see me, but those who are live on my YouTube channel, which by the way, Siva is definitely iking on YouTube. So again, this is only our second live show, and we're doing everything from the comfort of our home. So my producer, husband, aka director, is doing everything all at the same time. Siva, just bear with us for a while, okay? Just give us a while.
Let's put this one on.
Oh my god, so it was too... Oh, perfect. So you... Okay, good.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh, they can hear
but
me?
they can't see you. Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
You won't be seen until I introduce you. But can they hear me talking to Siva?
Yeah.
Oh, they can. Well, let's find out who our surprise guest is later on. Again, so sorry to those of you who are watching our live stream right now over my Definitely Iking YouTube. We're so sorry. Our camera actually just ran out of juice. Again, for those of you who just joined us, we're trying to fix the visual problem. But if you can hear me, again, today, what are we going to be talking about? The 1st of April 2020. Let's check out what our trending news is.
Okay.
And
Now you can see.
yeah.
You can see what they can see.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, it's a 2-person operated show. Again, I wanted to show off. Are we okay?
Now you use this camera first.
I'll use this camera first. Okay. Okay, here we are. Right, I hope you guys can see me right now.
There. You see.
Awesome. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome once again. I am so sorry for the visual earlier on. That battery of this camera, which was the main camera, just suddenly ran out of juice. I don't know why. Let's take a look at some of the headlines that have been trending the news, for good or for bad. I don't know. I'm going to be talking to our guests. We have with us Siva, who is the Managing Director and Performance Coach for the LOA, which is also Law of Attraction Center right here in Kuala Lumpur. Hi, Siva. Hello.
Hi, how are you, Daphne? Good to see you.
It's good to see you. I've been stalking you over your Instagram and chatting over with your daughter, who handles the social media account. So I really felt that it was important to reconnect after our last meet, and to just talk about some of the crazies that's happening. But first and foremost, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm actually, this is actually the 15th day in our RMO or MCO, whatever it is, but I'm at home for 15 days, being a good citizen, maintaining social distance. Sometimes we maintain social distance with our family. So yeah, it's fun. Actually, I like it because this is something that we teach, that you need to spend some time with your family, but we have all the time now. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, I'm not sure if you're aware of what's been trending of late. I've been so busy cooped up here. staying safe at home, but the kids have kept me busy, so I'm only able to see what's trending on the news over my Twitter feed at night when
Nice.
everyone is asleep. And I saw the infamous posters by the Women Ministry. I'm not sure if you saw that. Did you see that?
Actually, I didn't, but you know what? I was actually scrambling to get the information, and yeah, it was exciting what was written there. I wonder, I was trying to find out how would actually Doraemon sound like. I totally forgot. Now I remember it's Nobita and Doraemon. I can't remember, but yeah, it's interesting. They meant well, I guess. I mean, when I read it, they meant well.
You're
Yeah,
positive. You're someone who thinks positive. Sometimes annoyingly optimistic. I'm gonna touch on that for a while. In just a bit.
sure.
In the meantime, to anyone who is joining us, Suzanne, Christy, hello, hello, hello. For those of you who are joining us live, please pose your questions. We have Siva on the line right now. He is our first guest for my second show this time around. Managing Director and Performance Coach for the LOA Center. Now, just a quick recap. Yesterday, the Women and Family Development Ministry, through 2 campaign posters, shared on their social media pages, suggesting women or working moms don their office attire complete with heels, makeup, and accessories while working from home. And to avoid conflict from their spouse or with their spouses, the ministry also advised women to not nag and instead to imitate the voice of Japanese cartoon character Doraemon. Oh, 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 Doraemon daisuke, Doraemon, followed by a flirty
Oh
giggle
my gosh.
to convey the message to their spouse and the correct way to hang clothes. So, I personally feel, like you, Siva, that because I work from home, before the RMO, I work from home. This is just how it is in the system. And sometimes I do don makeup. I do wear my makeup. I dress up a little bit more. I don't just wear baju rumah because I want to make sure that I am in my work mode. So this is something that I give for myself. I don't do it for anyone else but for me. And the fact about, I don't talk to my husband, who's behind me right now, by the way, in a Doraemon voice. But I do try and refrain myself from being angry or saying unkind stuff, especially when emotions are running high. And this is especially important so because we're all confined in a place. Normally, if I'm feeling a little bit off with my husband or my children, I can just get out, get a jog done outside. So now, Siva, I'm going to pose some questions to you. These times are very trying, okay?
Yeah.
I know you are a very positive person, and I love that about you. Yet people are worried, they're fearful, and it's very understandably so because we don't know, it's very uncertain. Some people are even speculating that this RMO might even be extended. Now, while their concerns, all our concerns are valid, as a coach yourself and a trainer in being happy and resetting your life, how can we reset our minds and make the best of the situation? Siva.
Sure. Thanks, Daphne. See, there's COVID-19 out there.
Yeah.
It's floating around. That's a fact. One of the things I know I've been busy, talking to my clients. It's time for us to give back to them. So one of the things that I usually ask is this: what do we know from this? That's very important. The fact is there is a virus that's around, and it's contagious,
Yep.
right? So there are certain measures we need to take. Now, this is what you must understand. I did a quick video the other day because there was so much of information about this negativity in all the social media. There are songs about it, there's jokes about it, there's some facts, some false news. See, this is what you must understand. We are 30% physical, in the sense we are physiological.
Yep.
We are 30% genetics, and we are 40% mind. So the mind is very important because mind, when you work along, or when you work against your mind, or your mind works against you, what happens is that your entire hormone system is messed up. Of all the time, this is the time you need to have your antibodies up top of your game. Never to have stress, anxiety, panic, which is normal for you to have, but this is where you need to be resilient, because the moment when you have all these negative things happening, you have a thing called cortisol in your blood. See, just like the virus doesn't choose color, creed, religion, whatever, right? Same thing, your body doesn't know what the heck you're going through, but the moment when you're stressed up, the moment when you're fearful, anxiety, whatever, it secretes cortisol. Cortisol
Right.
basically diminishes your immune system, reduces it, so you're ready for bombardment.
Okay.
So for at least stay positive,
Stay positive.
stay alive.
And
Yeah.
that's just it, because whilst I understand how people are getting so upset, especially all those feminists and activists and, women's group, they're saying, how can you just, take a few steps back? And I think it has a lot to do with other things also. I can see, like you, where they're coming from, about trying to menjaga kebahagiaan rumah tangga yang dibina bersama-sama. It's just quite sexist in that sense. I get it. I get why the anger. Are we being too sensitive right now? That's why people are so quick to just go crazy. This RMO is making us more agitated, hence the stress level is even higher.
Yeah. See, this is what we must understand. I always say this to whoever I meet. We are human beings. First, we need to start being human first, right? Now, majority of the time, what we're doing is we are operating in a stress mode, especially now. See, majority of the people are not used to being cooped up at home, especially with their spouse.
Yeah.
Right? This is something, you have your time, you wake up in the morning, you go to work, you hang around with your friends, you can cut ties, but you can join them back. But when you come back home, you have your family, you change state. But now your state is like glued for 24/7. Besides sleeping, right? Well, you sleep with your spouse also. So the thing is that a lot of people are feeling it. So this is what you must understand. Number one, it's a limited period only. Right? Let's hope everybody adheres to it and the curve flattens and we are back to our normal life.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Comes out. What you can't write it.
How do you reset? How do we reset? Yeah. Right.
Can't hear.
Papa's voice cannot be heard. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Can you hear?
All right.
Now?
So,
Okay.
Now?
What now?
Now clear. Houston, we had a problem. Now we are
Okay,
okay.
sorry.
That's okay. So, where was I?
You
Where was I?
spoke about see, Houston is the only one that I remembered. It's about how don't open your mouth if
Yeah. So when you're getting engaged in an argument, it's brewing up. It's very easy to go into the fight or flight mode because it's coming there to defend you. And defense is not the first thing for you need to do. Catch yourself, keep quiet for a while. I saw in the posting by the ministry, 25 seconds. Why, that's cool. Just keep quiet for a while. If you want to count 25, count. Or you say, this is what I do. I say reset. So what do I want? I say reset. So what do I want? Your computer has a reset button. You hit that right when it hangs. Basically, during argument, you are crashing. So don't operate in a mode when you're crashing. Just relax for a while. So what do I want? You know what? I just need to have this conversation later, or when the person is peaceful. Remember, if there's two parties not being peaceful, you're going to fight till the cows come home. And there's no winners in an argument, for information. We all know that. So just keep quiet, bite your tongue until it bleeds, just for a while, until you become human again. And then you
I
talk.
guess it's a little bit more tricky because in this case we're talking about ministers over here. They are our leaders, and this is not the first time of recent that they are now our cabinet ministers that they've said or statements have been a bit off from them. And then of course other, the opposition or feminists or activists will say, we have to, that is our reason, we need to speak up, otherwise there'll be no check and balance. And I agree in that, but we shouldn't be harping on and on and on about it, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
We should improve, we should give our constructive feedback, but let it be for
absolutely. When we keep harboring on it, is it positive or negative?
Yeah.
If it's negative, you know where it's going, right? It's stress, anxiety, bitterness, and all this impacts our body. And we are being ready for the virus to come into us. That's the thing, right? So, yes, there's issue. We need to bring it to the right channel. Like what you said, you just said it, and then you said, okay, fine, you're moving on. But some are not.
Yeah.
They found something to talk about, so you can't stop them. Who am I to judge them? So same thing, right? They're having fun doing that.
I mean, I'm on my Twitter right now. I don't know if we can show it. I'm going to try and show it to my YouTube audience right about now. Okay, here we go. And, you can see it. I actually retweeted... so there's Dear KP, whatever, nagging or ballet there. So she gives the reason why. Melissa is, I think, she's one of the reporters on Astro Wani. So she voices out why it's a concern. And there's a whole thread about that. And then there's another person I retweeted also. Her name is M. And she's decided to develop a poster with better messaging for reference. So instead of just kutuk, give some suggestions. How can the ministry be more informed or, help them out? Don't just be a person who just nags and whines and bitches. You know what I mean? This is great. So that's why I want to retweet some of the suggestions on how we can improvise on their messaging campaigns or their campaigns, the messages on their campaigns. Like for me, again, I wear makeup at home because I'm a work-at-home mom and I feel better about myself. But I understand where some people are like, suka hati aku lah, aku nak pakai apa, nak pakai baju rumah, I got more things on my mind right now. To each in their own. I think that's how we should see it. But then everyone has a right to their own opinion at the same time, right?
Absolutely, and we respect that. I just wanted to ask you, when you tweeted that, when you sent out the tweet, how was your feeling after you sent the tweet out? Were you feeling good? Were you feeling, why did I send? What was it?
I felt that, look, if we are going to disagree on something, this is a very constructive tweet. I'm going to retweet it because this is an example of how we should address matters that don't sit well with us. Do something. Be a community doer. This is one thing that I found: gratitude. The LOA Center has always put a lot of attention and focus on gratitude. That is something that we all believe in. The training that I've got from you guys, and one of the blessings that I find is how we are really community doers. I see a lot of people coming together to raise funds together. Me and my friends are giving free exercise workouts. From the comforts of our home. You are finding your own blessings in being confined at home with the family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. Gratitude keeps you in the now.
Yeah. Actually, that's very important, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So let's now do one more. Maybe we do have one more time. Yeah, we've got just one more question. The last one, perhaps.
Sure.
You do, of course, law of attraction training. How can we apply it, especially when things appear so dark, so gloomy, such a doom right now, especially to those who are really affected, like the vulnerable groups, the B40s, the marginalized, the urban poor? How do we be positive and to attract good stuff when things are just so bleh right now? Siva.
Absolutely. See, yes, these categories are actually done by the government based on their income. So it's sort of a branding that's done, and I normally don't look at it that way. So it's basically income, and they are privileged for certain things, and they are not privileged for certain things. See, number one, what we need to understand is that being positive doesn't go by category, it goes by individual, right? So each and everyone have this God-given choice that we can make in order to be positive. So first of all, decide to be positive. That's the most important
Yeah.
thing. Just decide to be positive. The second thing is that you know it's not going to be easy to be positive, right? You know that. So the first thing, one of the things I saw in the government is one, be nice to your husband, this and that. It's nice, but the shit will hit the fan. It will. So when it happens, let's say in B40 or whoever the category is, it will happen. Especially if you're going to be together close by, you don't have enough space to move around, it will happen, right? So you need to come to an agreement that you are able to express yourself authentically.
I love her.
We use a concept called wiffle, what I feel like expressing.
What's
What
it
I
again?
feel like
We?
expressing. Wiffle.
Okay.
Wiffle. WIFLE.
Oh, okay. Wiffle.
What I feel like expressing, or apa saya nak luahkan. See, this is the best time for parents to get in touch with children and find out what's in them.
Nice.
This is the best time because all this time they don't have them. So let's have this. It's going to happen. Just able to have a safe environment for you to express yourself. Husband and wife had an issue. When times are peaceful, go, honey, you know what I feel like expressing is blah, 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 blah. You're giving a perspective. From there, learning begins. Once you learn, you understand boundaries. This is what I tell my family members, I tell my clients. This is what I tell. An uncommunicated boundary equals to rudeness.
Wow.
You need to communicate your boundary.
Yeah.
Once you communicate, people will fortify for you. Don't talk to Daphne, she's busy now. You keep away. There'll be 10 people guarding your boundary. So communicate your boundary. Best time to get close with family members. I'm excited, may you come out of this as a good human being. That's what I
God
want.
willing. God willing indeed. I know one thing for sure. My husband is such a better shopper right now, getting groceries done.
Yeah.
Actually, he's the
I've always
best.
done the
Well done, my
shopping.
friend.
He does amazing
Well
shopping.
done, well done.
Siva, thank you so much. I'm going to be calling you more often
you.
whenever you're free because I know you are super duper busy also with all your clients.
Yeah,
I would love to
I'd
talk to
love
you about
to.
mental health. I think that's something that we spoke about and we really need to address also. So important this time. Thank you so much once
Sure.
again, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you
Siva,
so
bye.
much.
Namaste. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
thank you,
Kavita.
thank you.
Thank you for hooking us
Namaste,
up. Bye,
bye-bye.
guys. All right, we are gonna bye. We're gonna move on to our next topic, which is also making headlines. Da da da. Yes, Housing and Local Government Minister criticized for wasting PPE in disinfection publicity stunt. I will be calling another guest of mine. He's actually a friend to take us through about what he thinks about this whole thing. Again, another recap for those of you who are probably not aware. Which is probably a good thing because you don't want to overwhelm yourself with so much news. On Monday, 30th of March, Minister Zoraida gathered a team of firefighters, police officers and personnel from her ministry to disinfect a wet market in PJ. The minister was seen putting up a full set of personal protective equipment or PPE and holding a hose pipe attached to a truck as she sprayed disinfectant on the roads and sidewalks. So it was a lot. She got so much flack for this because a lot of people were saying that, it just doesn't make sense. This is obviously a publicity stunt. Who is advising them? Because what they should be doing is they should be sanitizing places that are more, surfaces that are contaminated, like lift buttons and what's this? Escalator railings, doorknobs, basically disinfect frequent touch points. All right. So I'm trying to get in touch with my next guest. He is a aesthetic doctor of Life Clinic. We're trying to just get in touch with him. Hopefully he'll be able to talk to us. I'm actually also curious because he's also a co-owner of an F&B business, and it has affected him because they just started this business together with his partner, and already it's his first startup. And then after that, this happened. So I'm worried for him. He's worried. We're still trying to get him online. In the meantime, yes, if you have any questions for us, let me just take a look at some of the comments that are coming in. I see Kavita. Thank you again, Kavita, for hooking your dad and me up. I know you are the person who is handling the social media account for LOA Center. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, the LOA, or Law of Attraction Center, is a training center in Oaklang Road, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Oaklang Road, kalau tak silap. I actually attended a Law of Attraction course early this year. And last year, I attended a goal-setting course which helped me to set my goals more realistically, as well as to have a plan for 5-10 years. And that has given me more structure. And I love the vibes that I get from the LOA Center. And Siva and I have actually been talking about how, mental health is able
I
to...
don't know what's wrong with this.
Oh, are we again dead?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, Rahman, we'll use this camera.
What happened?
But yes, so again, thank you so much, Kavita. I don't know what's wrong with our main camera. I'm sorry again. This is our second episode of the RMO. We are trying to get in touch with Sid. Let me see if I can call him in the meantime. Yes, wiffle means what I feel like expressing. There you go. So that is something that is a tip that Siva has shared with us in managing our health, our emotional health, during these trying times. Earlier on, I spoke about the posters that came out.
Hey, the camera's back on.
Now the camera's back on. The great thing is, I'm actually doing this YouTube show. We've been planning to do this for how long already?
Yeah.
For so long. And he finally, now that we're I don't like the word confined. Now that we're staying safe at home, now he has a little bit more time to get this set up right. It's just the technicalities is still I don't know, it's something a bit off. I've worn makeup, didn't have time to set my hair, hence the roller, but at least it's getting the hair off my face, so I'm not so rimas. Kids are asleep. They're finally settling into their routine very, very well. Earlier on, I spoke about Housing and Local Government Minister criticised for wasting PPE in her publicity stunt. I personally feel that at the end of the day, publicity happens for a reason. They want to create awareness. But we are so super hypersensitive right now, with emotions riding high, that we are able to nitpick and probably make it even bigger, the problem or the issue, than it really is. Or am I just too uncaring? I don't know. I maybe because this is not my priority right now. I don't know. I'm annoyed, but I won't go on and on my social media pages saying like, oh my God, this person sucks. It's just not me. This also happened with the VV Yusuf incident, where I decided to...
Sid.
Oh, Sid, you are here. All right. Where I decided to... Hold on, I'm just going to finish up my sentence over here. So... About the VV Yusuf incident, I decided to just move on. People kept sending me more screenshots of what she had said, but she said sorry. Whether she means it or not, just God knows, Allah knows best. But as a friend, we just forgive and move on. All right. Okay. So now we have our guest, Dr. Siddiq, who is an aesthetic doctor of Life Clinic. I've gone to his clinic a few times. We were supposed to get a treatment done, but that didn't work out because of some good news, but I will share with you about that maybe in a month or so. How are you, Sid? You're in the clinic.
Yes, I am in the clinic. How are you guys?
We're surviving. I like the fact that we are getting to know each other as a family even better, even though we're mostly at home, but I get to know the kids a little bit better. How come you're in the clinic? I thought you would be at home.
No, we're still open because we have two sections. We've got our general practice side as well as the aesthetic. So, well, we're in. I mean, we're not seeing many aesthetic patients, but people are still coming for a GP practice.
Right.
And it's also, we're keeping open, so at least there's less stress on the government hospitals. You know, people who want to top up their medication, you know, diabetes or hypertensives, if they want to top up, or they have small illness and they don't want to, you know, you don't want to overwhelm the public system right now.
Right.
So people who live around the area, they do come and see us, although the offices are closed, but there's quite a few residences around here.
And because I forgot that you also have a clinic on the other side. I thought it was just the beauty, the aesthetic clinic. So that's why you have to come in and give your support. Have people been coming in to the clinic? Are there a lot of patients, or how has it been?
The numbers have drastically dropped. I mean, we do have a handful coming in every day, but not the numbers that we used to see. And well, there is a lockdown, so it's good people are staying in and avoiding traveling.
Right.
On a business perspective, I mean, we have to look at both ways. Still be able to cater to the community. At the same time, we also need to support our staff.
Well, speaking of staff and stuff, did you see the article about our housing and local government minister? She was criticized for wearing the PPE, disinfecting the roads. People were saying, why are you disinfecting the roads? It's not going to be any use. As a doctor yourself, what are your thoughts about this? Right. Yeah.
Hey, you don't have to be diplomatic lah, okay? You just say as it is, okay? This is all... Look, they were spraying on people's car. At least they get a free car wash.
I don't know if you saw the video. They were spraying like shop okay, at least the shop houses ada lah kena a bit the shutter, door shutter and stuff like that.
Look.
But
He was like the...
But what she was doing was on the... It's very hard. I'm trying to be very positive here. You know, my channel's all about positivity, but it was very hard for me to defend her, Sid. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh dear Lord.
I mean, somebody needs the triple extra large there, and now she's used it.
I'm not sure if they've come up with a poster. I don't know if you saw the poster, the Doraemon poster, the makeup Doraemon poster. What are your thoughts on that?
Know what's going on, but at the same time, when the messaging is all wrong, it defeats the purpose. And also look at the cost of these things, right? So do it right. I mean, if you're looking for publicity, do it right.
Sid.
Do it the proper way.
Do it right. Okay, how about the stimulus package? I know you are also I don't know, co-founder of a restaurant in Cheras. I love their name, by the way, Cock on
Yes,
Coal.
Cock on Coal. It is
Cock as in
also
chicken, okay, by the way. Chicken, yeah.
Yes.
Cock on Coal. Yeah.
Our first anniversary today.
Happy anniversary! Oh crap! What a way to celebrate! It's closed. Or are you
Thank you.
open for deliveries?
Well, we've just closed it off for now
Right.
because our delivery traction wasn't really that much. And also, we also have staff that we need to look out for. I mean, they are interacting with delivery
Okay.
drivers and all that. So, and they have families. So we kind of sat down with them, and some of them are okay to work, but when we looked at the traffic, just keeping a place open, especially when we're in a mall, we're not a shop lot. So the rest of the mall is dead. There's very few F&B outlets that are open. The supermarket's open, but everything else is dead. So
That was
it
just
doesn't make.
a decision that you and your partner just had to decide then and there. Like, no, let's just close down. But are you still having to pay for the operations? That means rent, workers. How does it work for you guys, and how are you guys coping? Because I know it's your first anniversary. You just started, and you all know how hard it is to break even for the first year.
Yeah. Well, the mall has been kind. They've reduced months. Well, they've waived the 1 month's rental. But moving forward, of course, we still have to pay our staff. We
Yeah.
still have to pay, the suppliers and stuff. But moving forward, looking forward, say 2, 3 months down the road, if still is going on, then who's going to go into malls?
Do you think it's going to be prolonged? I mean, as a health or someone in the health industry.
Well, the way it's going, the thing is, they could also, or we all can also look at reinfections or different clusters moving around. So we may not see the same numbers, but we may definitely see 20, 40 new cases, not in the numbers that we're seeing now, but so then there'll be some sort of lockdown again, or a kind of restricted movement. So, but for now, are people going to go to malls? That's a big question. And how are malls going to sustain
The
in
stimulus
the long run?
package, according to our prime minister, no one is left behind. Is it helping you guys at all, or will it
Well,
help you
yes.
guys?
The second one, yes, we did look at a few things that we are eligible for, and we probably will apply. But just business sentiment in the next 2, 3 months, people may lose jobs. People may want to just conserve money. So are they going to be eating out a lot? I mean, the first 2 weeks of the movement restriction, yeah, people are staying home, they're cooking, and they're ordering in. But if the situation doesn't improve, it's a trickle effect. It will affect everyone.
Ah, what a downer! This is supposed to be like a positive thingy-majiggy here, but that's just the reality of things. What are you doing to keep afloat? What are you doing to remain positive? You're someone positive that I know too.
It's our birthday today, and we had all these plans, like giving out free food, and all that has been put on the bench, and now we just have to see. I mean, we've got 15 more days, and see if this extension, if there's extension to the control order, and if that happens, that's 1 whole month again gone. The longer we are shut, or the business is slow, sustainability comes into question.
Does that frighten you, Sid?
It does. It does. I mean, we're just 1 year in. Like, when you said it's really hard to break even. We have passion. That's what's driving us. But, you can't be passionate when everything is dead around you.
I get you. I get you. Just lightening up the situation
But
right
people
now.
still need to eat cocks. I mean, chicken. So,
Definitely. But are they going to be eating in, or are they ordering out? That's the thing. But yes, if they're eating a lot of cock, we're there.
okay. How do you spell your restaurant? Is COQ?
C-O...
COKONCOAL.
There you go. It's cock on coal.
Okay.
Like cock, the chicken, cock.
I wanna put it on so that everybody knows it's a real
Please
restaurant.
go and support Cock on
Coal.
Coal
Okay.
by Sid and Lavin. I was actually their waitress for a day because they were understaffed. One of their staff couldn't make it, was sick or something. Can't remember. What was it, Sid? And we had so much
Yeah.
good cock. I ate so much cock.
Yes, yes.
Makeup. I have no qualms about what the poster said. The Doraemon part, I was like a bit like, ayah, kenapa lah? Because I can understand the first poster that came out about wearing makeup and stuff. Now we're back to that women mystery poster, okay, campaign. Because I do that to keep myself sane. But what are your thoughts? Because you're in the beauty industry. Should we? We should make a point to look good, right?
Definitely. I mean, it's mental health. See, if you're looking after yourself, shower yourself, wash your hair, comb your hair. If you're just going to be frazzled and sitting at home in your PJs,
Yeah.
slowly it might be depressing.
Right.
So the idea is, just not deck yourself to the nines, but at least some semblance of normal activities
Yeah.
that you do.
I think that was the message that they wanted to come across.
Yeah.
They've just done so many boo-boos, and it was just so easy to go, oh, come off it. And then the second one, which the Doraemon, that one, I'm like, I can't defend you. I'm sorry.
Maybe she likes Doraemon. We don't know. You know?
Do you know some people are actually
Fetish,
saying
yeah.
like doing this challenge where you are being a Doraemon made up person, the
Yeah,
whole thing, and
what's a fetish?
and document it to see if you're, And by the way, my husband actually does a lot of carries a lot of weight, cleaning up the house, doing most of the cooking. By the way, so I hate the fact that I think that was where that's where I went a bit like, don't nag your husband if he doesn't know how to do. I don't know. I just did. I felt that part was a bit off. Any final words? Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, the messaging could have been for both partners. Husbands, help out your wife,
Yeah.
or help with the kids,
Yeah.
some chores, and wives, it should have. The onus is on two. It shouldn't just fall on the woman.
Yeah. And I think because there's so many other pertinent issues that needs to be addressed, not so much because this is, it's cute. It keeps you sane from your mental health, but there are other things like how to address domestic abuse that may be happening in the rural poor families who are stuck together at home with an abuser or a sexual molester. Things like that, real issues. I think that's why the Rakyat is so angry with the messaging that they have. So it's not good. It's not great. But I think that's the whole thing. It's just, I think we're just, we need to.
I just want to ask, now people can't go to your clinic to have their regular Botox and all that, Sid. So, what do you suggest as an aesthetic expert for them to do in the next? We feel that this RMO, MCO will last until end of April. That's a whole lot of weeks there, man.
It's very likely, yes.
Yeah.
But see, we're still having clients come in,
Really?
but we're not. Our bookings are one client at any time.
With social distancing, you're keeping safe. Okay.
Yeah. Also sterilizing after each client.
I see.
Yeah. So, and our GP side is still operational, but aesthetic side.
Oh my God, what happened?
So at least that gives some sort of comfort to our clients that we're doing these steps.
That means those who are addicted to this Botox or whatever, they still come to see you now. Wow.
That's not the only thing I do. There's some.
Yeah, I know. You do a lot of things actually. I did the video anyway. So, okay, all right. So it's considered not a luxury thing that people can still go out. I mean, it's not just that you want to go to see a medical officer or doctor that because you are sick or you're pregnant and all that. But even though for aesthetics, you are allowed to go out and come to your clinic, right?
Well, we are accepting, but at the same time, we are connected to a GP practice.
Okay.
So that's why we are doing this. If we were standalone aesthetic, maybe we would have closed
down.
temporarily.
Okay, I see.
But since our GP side as well, so
What time are you
try to support
operating
to-
from, just in case, so people can come over?
We're open 9 to 5.
9 to 5. Okay. 9 to 5. It's not called live clinic. Well, live clinic is your aesthetic. The other side, the GP side would be?
It's the same.
Oh.
Live clinic.
Like, oh,
No, because when I first met him, it was something else, and then they bought over or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the old name. It was like Dean Tan Clinic. That was 4 years ago.
All right, I'm gonna just share it over to our audience right now. This is live clinic, so it's not just an aesthetic clinic. We're showing it on our screens right now.
Yeah.
If you have any medical problems and you just want to pop in and pop out, we've got our doctors over here to go and get your medical checkup done. And this is their Instagram account. So
Yeah.
hopefully this will help you guys. Our little small PSA to help you. Any last words of advice, my darling, before we just say goodbye?
Well, as much as possible, stay home, guys. I mean, the more we stay home, the quicker we can get out.
I know, right? And get our livelihoods back, our lives and livelihood back.
Yeah, those at home, make sure you stretch, do 10-15 minutes of exercise, hydrate. Supplement-wise, I would advise taking some vitamin C, vitamin D. If you can get hold of some curcumin, that'll be extra helpful.
What is that?
And curcumin, that's actually an extract from turmeric.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay, so Sid is a huge fan of not just oil pulling. So remember I did a story about oil pulling that day? This is the man behind the oil pulling and turmeric.
Curcumin, how do you spell it? C-U?
Curcumin.
Oh, there you go.
That's the active
Curcumin.
turmeric.
There you go.
Ah.
It's from turmeric. Okay, kalau orang apa? Apa? Kunyit. Kunyit. It's a very,
This doctor
very...
always want to give all the technical names. Just say turmeric lah.
Just say kunyit lah.
Kunyit lah.
Turmeric.
Alright.
1 pound lah.
Curcumin. is
So
a
if you can't get curcumin right now, you just take the curry powder and put your face. Same effect. But pedas
No,
lah.
little orange.
Orange. It'll be like Trump then.
Your favorite man, huh? All right,
Okay.
Sid. Thank you so much. Love you. Send my regards to everyone at home, okay?
Okay.
Tata titi
All right,
tutu.
thank you.
Bye.
All right.
All right, and for our final guest, we are going to try and connect with him. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Sid, and all the best with your clinic as well as your cock, the restaurant. We are going to go into our final guest for the day. He is a photographer and diorama artist. We are trying to get in touch with him.
Can't get him.
You can't? Oh, man, let's see.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong today. So I don't have his WhatsApp anyway. Oh, yeah, you just sent. Sorry.
You did? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is the thing about live stream, guys. There is no room for error.
I'm just trying to message him right now. We're talking to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to talk
he
to
hasn't
Eddie.
replied, is it?
Yeah, trying to
Eddie Putera ni.
get
What?
in touch with you.
Eddie.Putera.
Yeah,
Eddie-
eddie.putera@me.com. I'm actually saying this out loud
Eddie
over his
Putera.
live. Yeah.
At
We're just trying to get in touch with Eddie, and
the
the
one.
reason,
Yeah,
yep,
okay.
that's the one. Okay, we've got him. Now, I just want to try and get into my Facebook. Sorry, I'm just talking to. Let me see. Let me just get into Facebook.
wait,
Oops. Oh,
That
that's
is
not my
qualified.
Facebook, right? Eddie, are you on? Eddie, are you okay? Are you? All right, Eddie has. I've just
okay,
managed to
brother.
go. Hey, bro, what's up? He just got onto Skype just because I needed to interview him. Eddie is an old friend of ours, or rather mine, a photographer and diorama artist. Is that correct? Is that how I pronounce it? Really? All right. So Eddie, I wanted to reconnect with you after so many years because thanks to RMO, how are you coping, by the way? Are you doing okay? But you've always been quite a hermit.
I'm okay. I'm used to being alone anyway.
You're looking
so
good,
not
my
a problem.
friend. You are looking good.
Hey, you guys, do I, Joe?
Okay,
You look young. How do you manage to look young?
I have a young wife, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm sure you agree with that, huh? I just kelip mata one time. Okay, I want to go into Eddie's. Let's go into Eddie's Facebook page. This is the reason why I am reconnecting with my good old friend Eddie Putera. I stalk you. You've got so many Facebook accounts, by the way, but this is the one that I'm with on you, and I just. This is hilarious. Can we just highlight this? Yes. Can we put this on screen right now? I didn't actually know about this picture being viralized until I saw your post. What I'm showing my YouTube viewers right now is the post that you posted up yesterday, and this is what it reads. As much as I hate this Sonic boy, I'm sorry, Eddie, I'm just saying it as it is, and how I despise politicians, I cannot allow injustice when I have the expertise to detect one. Ini gambar-gambar adalah fake and the woman is superimposed on the actual image of the boy. Kalau tengok pada pixels, there are a lot of irregularities. All right. Take us through why you think this picture is fake.
Obviously, it's an image that consists of two different images.
Oh.
One image have been pasted on another image.
Okay.
To get that image out.
Right.
And the pixel just doesn't match. It just doesn't match. See, they are saying that I'm analyzing an image that has been compressed.
Yeah, I saw some of the comments there.
Reduced in resolution and kind of thing. Well, I agree with that.
Okay.
A digital image
Right.
comprises of pixels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There can be millions of pixels if it's a bigger resolution, and smaller ones with less pixels.
Okay.
Okay. Pixels becomes less when they've been reduced in resolution.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm just going to say yes.
I take a photo with this DSLR
Yeah.
with 40 megapixel,
Okay.
40 million pixels.
Right.
That say my image of my face. Yeah, I take this gambar with a DSLR. All these dots, all these images, actually maybe 40 million pixels there.
Okay.
And becomes image of my face. Okay, from 40 megapixel camera. If I transfer to, I transfer from one format, for example, a RAW format to JPEG, or and different other formats.
Yeah.
And I transfer to telephones. I pass to my friends on the internet. I up to Facebook, and people take from Facebook and pass to their friends on WhatsApp and everything. The resolutions become smaller and smaller.
Right.
From 40 million megapixels, maybe now 100,000 pixels.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Pix-
You have to
there are
speak
less
layman
numbers
terms,
of-
okay? Layman terms.
Okay, layman terms, there are less numbers of
Dots.
pixels to represent my face.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
And the image becomes blur or not sharp.
So that's why you're
But
putting
the
all those
pixels-
arrows and stuff.
Yeah,
The circles.
but the pixels tak pecah. Pixels doesn't pecah. You know?
Oh.
They get reduced from millions to hundreds of probably thousands. They don't pecah, and pixels doesn't move from one place to another. Say this part,
Yeah.
my ugly nose. If I zoom, the pixel is still there.
Faham. Okay, that I understand.
And suddenly, other new pixels on my nose.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that proof is so obvious in that image. The hair and the baju of that perempuan suddenly appear. I zoom, suddenly, there's new pixel there. Okay. Now I agree. Alah, tengok from phone memanglah all these things pixel pecah. It doesn't pecah. It's an additional pixel there. Not this. Not blown up and
How did you know about this viralized picture? How did you know about
Right?
this viralized picture? Because I only found out about it from your Facebook.
Yeah,
and
it came across one of my news feeds.
Right.
I can't remember where.
Okay.
So I suspect it's been tempered because the scale also is not like right. The focal point.
And why would the girl be
Well,
like?
I can't explain that.
Yeah, and the
So,
girl like macam dia ambil selfie ke?
Exactly.
Tak faham.
And
Oh, this one. What we see right now. This is what he means. Yeah. Yes. Oh.
Yes.
The
This is
reason
not the girl that stole the 250,000 lah.
Did you hear what he just said, Eddie?
This is not the girl who stole the 250,000.
This is
No,
not.
no. This is not the girl that who stole the 250,000 lah. Yeah.
That's the only thing you wanted to address. That it's fake.
It's tampal. Yeah.
You know, when I first showed this to Joe, right? I said, or Azmi, to you guys, to be Joe. He said like, huh? What's he doing with a girl?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there. But I'm glad to see that someone of your stature is saying that it's fake.
But why is there a half naked picture of him? Who took that picture? We don't know lah.
That's right, because I want to get the actual news. I can't find it.
Probably Probably the girl was there.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
Mungkin because I don't care about that. You are
Faham.
whoever you are. This none of my business. I'm talking about that particular picture.
I see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the issue.
Not the
Dia gambar dia whoever took.
I just find it really funny that people still use sex scandals because you know how they, whether this is Photoshop or fake or not or whatever, just try to bring the image of someone down. Bukankah itu
It
sama?
works.
It works ke? Still works ah?
It works. Caligula, Roman Empire was at the greatest at the peak jatuh because of sex scandals. Bill Clinton because of sex scandals. Sex sells.
So that works.
And if you induce sex into scandals, into politicians, boom.
That's the first thing, especially in an Islamic country, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I guess that's the easiest way to tarnish a reputation of a politician or anyone you want to just tarnish, I suppose. Even though I think that's so yesteryears. What are your thoughts on earlier on? I mentioned this poster from the ministry. I know you're not politically inclined, but I don't know if you've seen the news with regards to the women ministry. They've already apologized, by the way, but they are encouraging wives to don makeup and to speak in a Doraemon tone to their husbands. Have you seen that news?
Hey, but I kind of agree with her on the makeup thing.
Yeah, okay, go on.
Because,
Why?
Yeah, imagine you've been married for 20, 30 years.
Right.
Yeah. The wife doesn't care anymore to look nice for you.
Okay.
I'm talking about a man's perspective.
Okay.
And I go out.
No, I want to know. I want to know a man's perspective.
I see beautiful women with makeup and everything. I come home dengan bau bawang, tangan bau bawang, dengan berpeluh minyak. I mean, it's
Berpeluh minyak.
There's a logic there. But the Doraemon thing, alamak. Again.
Itulah nak
I don't
defend
know
pun
why.
susah kan. The first one I could macam I get it
Yeah, I get
because I wear makeup at home just so that I feel good.
Yeah.
But it's for me. It's not for my husband. I want to do it for me.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
the second one
yeah.
yang Doraemon tu I'm like Allah, hai, tolonglah. Terus pakai lipstick kan.
Anyway.
How are you doing this RMO? I know you're used to staying at home alone anyway. Ever since I've known you, you've been quite a, you're really comfortable being a person on your own. Other than that, how's work? How's life?
Work is okay. Life is okay. I've since retired from photography about 4 years ago.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, just doing some work for Sony and good friends, and that's it. And I shoot photos for myself for hobby.
Right.
The diorama thing is a hobby actually.
It's so beautiful. Oh
I'm,
my
I'm
god, so
an old
intricate.
kid, and I'm still a kid that doesn't grow old. So I like playing with toys. So
I think
yeah,
that's the
I'm at
reason
home.
why you look so good. You look so young.
Thank you. You guys too. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so well, for someone who is used to living alone or living,
Wow, this one.
Yeah.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
this is some of Eddie's work. I'm gonna show it to the YouTube audience right now. I mean, look how intricate that is. That is just simply beautiful.
Can
And
people buy all this, bro?
can people buy your work?
Off record.
Off record, huh? Okay, I guess that means he wants his artwork all to himself. I'm
I
gonna
see.
take it as that. I'm gonna
Okay.
assume that's that. But, it's really beautiful.
okay. Can we commission you to do the work?
Ah,
Yeah, can. I specialize in building memories.
oh, that's
People
nice.
keep photographs of their old houses, the place they were born at, the first car that they bought, the first car the grandfather bought. So I recreate these memories for them.
Beautiful,
Bloody hell,
man.
look at that! Look at that!
Sebiji, man.
Sabiji. I mean, I thought it
Oh,
was a real
you
thing.
got Bumblebee. Zedor will love it.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god, that is so
it's
gorgeous.
a commission from a guy actually.
Oh, commission.
He loves. He's got a collection of about 300 bumblebees.
That's crazy.
Ooh,
Life size, some by the smaller
That's
ones.
crazy, man.
that is really,
Oh,
really
it's
crazy.
beautiful. Hey, this is not real. Wow.
What's that? I can't see. Why?
We are now showing. What is this?
In front of the
Okay.
old shop lah. EP boutique apa semua ni.
Oh, okay.
It's nice.
I know he's
Yeah.
appeared on a few TV shows
Yeah.
talking
You
about.
gotta come and
his,
watch. I gotta come.
Yeah,
I gotta
so
love it.
look at that. Look at that picture. Okay, I'm so sorry. We're just like
Okay.
so immersed with your Instagram account right now. Yes. So, any tips for those who are living, being self isolation right now because you're so used to living in self isolation? Any tips on
Tips.
Yeah, tips on keeping
Okay.
sane.
Just be happy. It's time for you to catch up on your reading.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or right.
Or pick up
your
on
hobby.
Diorama as a hobby. I think this one take a lot of time, man.
Yeah. Try painting. Get a
Painting.
couple of pencils and pens and start scribbling. This is a time to try explore new things for
I
yourself.
love that.
Which you don't have time before to do.
Do you still
There's
write?
plenty of time now. I do. I still write, yeah, a little bit, but in my notebook, in my sketchbook, and all that. Yeah, still planning to do a book. I've started a book, 2 pages, forward and the opening, and that's it for 3 years now. Susah. Thank you also. Thank you. You too. Hey, you guys take care, man. Be safe, yeah. Eat well.
And there you have it, Eddie Putera. Now he's a retired photographer and he's a diorama artist. He commissions his work. He does it more of a hobby, but God, that was beautiful, wasn't it, baby?
Beautiful.
That's really
That's
gorgeous. And he is sort of a hermit. I've known him for God knows how many years, more than 2 decades now, and he's always been quite a bit of a loner.
He's always been quite intense also.
Very
in
intense. I mean,
photography.
that's-
He goes all in any hobby that he goes into.
Yeah. And he's got really good stuff. But
Yeah.
again, he's very intense. That's
All
why.
right.
All right, let's just take a look if there's any new updates before we end the show. Let's go into the Star. I always go to the Star or... I go to the Star because... There's actually one that I want to give a plug in. If you can subscribe to Between the Lines, I will post it up into my
Yeah.
caption. I don't know if they have it here because
Hold on.
it's a subscribe between the look. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry. Go there.
Between the lines. This is done by a friend of mine. He's one of the readers. He's one of the writers for this. Oh, it's because it's actually subscription based. It's based on mailing subscription. But I will put it on to my caption later on once this, once we're done. Let's go into the star and just see if there's any new updates. If there's any silliness that's still going on. FYI, the Women Ministry had apologized. With regards to their campaign that took place, and we are just gonna go into any updates before we close the show. Let's see what we have. Anything interesting, or if you have anything interesting, please do share with us. Claire Joy, damn, I hope I will age gracefully like you. Cakap siya tua. Hindi ba? Main-main saja ba? Anything interesting?
Nothing.
No, nothing crazy.
We'll leave it for tomorrow.
We'll leave it for tomorrow. But yes, we still don't know who our next guest is tomorrow. I do know that there is going to be a birthday surprise. Someone actually wrote into me and said, "Can you surprise my wife? She is a big fan of us."
Oh wow!
So I said, "If you have."
Why is she
Skype,
watching now?
I don't think she's watching this.
Oh.
She's only on Instagram, so he's trying to set that up.
Skype, so I mean, YouTube is cheap. It's free.
I know,
Just
so
watch
I'm
it.
gonna try and figure it out. But in the meantime, yes, if you have anything that would be of interest of you, please do write on our comments and speak to us. I'm also available on Instagram, Facebook, as well as on email. Until then, till our next show tomorrow, 4 p.m. Are we gonna do a daily show tomorrow?
Up to you.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Let's-
do that.
Shall I do? I'm gonna wait for two persons to agree on this. Should I do another show tomorrow at 4 p.m.? Is 4 p.m. a good time? Should I change it into a different time? I felt 4 o'clock was just nice because it's after lunch and just before we start cooking dinner. So it's something free for us. Macam tiada orang mau jawab sejak ni. Yes, you should. Alright, got 2 people. Yay! Thank you, Sharina.
Thank you.
Suzanne. And thank you, Meg. Alright, Daphne Iking and Azmi Abdurrahman.
For sure.
Signing out. This is our second episode of RMO Live Show by Daphne Iking. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, 4 p.m. Ciao now. Okay, so this is what I have to say.
Yeah.
All right, and thank you, my love.